Budgets here, and I'm on a journey to ensure a better financial future for myself by budgeting, hybrid cash stuffing, and doing savings challenges. So welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. And in today's video, we are going to be cash stuffing for week 4 of June. So a few bits before I forget, before we start, because I will forget to do this and then it will just be really confusing. I discovered the other day that June is a 5-week month and not a 4-week month. So what does that mean? Well, I've done all the money for a 4-week month. Really the only thing it affects is the groceries. So what we'll do is pay the groceries in arrears. We'll take that out. We'll pay what we need to pay for groceries and then we'll just pay that off as soon as we get paid. I think I don't know how I missed that. I was really livid when I figured that out, but the only thing it does affect is groceries, so it's not the end of the world. What that means is I will put the cash condensing and count up video on a Saturday when it should be week 5 cash stuffing, because I just haven't got a week 5 money to film. It would just be, let's look through the binders, do nice and do nothing basically. So that's what I'm going to do instead. Because of various things, my partner now works from home the majority of the week, and obviously priority is that they have the study before work, because that's important. And I'm also, it's just gotten really busy at work, and I'm actually in the office quite a lot. And if I'm in the office, I have to commute, and it takes me quite a long time to drive. It's like, if the traffic is clear, it's just over an hour. If it's not clear, I think a few times this week it's taken me almost 2 hours to get home. So when I get in, all I want to do is eat dinner and chill, and I don't feel like trying to organise and film a YouTube video. So what I'm going to do, and it's actually, I think it's kind of worked out quite well, is I'm going to try and film my videos in arrears, ahead of time. So like, I will have the weekend to be able to film the video, and then the video comes out the following weekend. I hope that makes sense. That just makes it less stressful for me trying to find time to film videos and get them out and try and not be too chaotic. I know I am quite chaotic sometimes, but I just kind of want to have that filmed. So I'm not worried about that, and if there are things I can better plan for them. The other thing is, I'm going to take August off. So I am getting married. I am getting married in August. I'm not going to tell you the exact date of when I get married in August. Do like to keep that somewhat private. I'm just going to have like no time to film videos. I'm going to have no time to cash stuff. I'm actually doing all my my budget digital for August because it's just going to be mad. Kind of didn't really anticipate how busy it would be doing things. So we've been planning this wedding since the end of November 2024. That's when we booked the venue, and I thought we had plenty of time, so I booked a lot of the big like kind of vendors and stuff really early on. We also I thought we're not doing like loads of like finicky things that need a lot of like coordination or anything, and I thought because we're not doing that would not make it like busy and stressful. But yeah, it's busy and stressful. So when I'm not working, I'm doing wedding stuff, and a lot of like wedding stuff needs to be done during the week because you're talking to vendors and catching up on things and all that good stuff. So that's another reason why I'm gonna film like a week ahead as well. But yeah, I'm not gonna have time to sit and record videos and then edit videos, and my laptop, when it's editing and exporting videos, you can't do anything else on it. So I edit in Final Cut Pro. My laptop's only 6 years old, but it's starting to struggle now, especially at video editing, and especially now it's warmer, it also overheats, and I have cleaned out the vents and all that kind of stuff, and I've done lots of cleaned like a lot of the stuff on the computer, as in like remove stuff, and yeah, it's the video editing it struggles with. Nothing else, it's just the video editing. So I kind of don't have the time to leave my laptop for like a couple of hours to not do other things on it. It just isn't going to happen. So I'm going to take August off and remove that stress. I'm still going to cash stuff. I'm going to do it digitally. I probably will do a video like when everything's over and kind of discuss that kind of side of things and like what's in the binders, etc. But I need a break. I'm still debating whether I take July off because I'm just very stressed about it all. It's mainly because like work's gotten really busy, which I really like because I love my job, but also wedding wedding's also a thing as well, and then like my fitness has just fallen through because I'm trying to do wedding stuff and I'm trying to do work stuff. And anyway, so that's what's happening. So I am going to plan to return in September. It's just I don't have the energy to do everything, and yeah. And after the fact, I will let you know when we've got married, all that kind of stuff. That also means that there will be no freebie for August, or there might be. I might design one ahead of time. Maybe I'll do that. I will keep my Etsy shop open. I have quite a long dispatch time in my Etsy shop anyway, because some of the stuff is like not custom, but it's like made to order. So I will keep that open if you want to purchase anything. But yeah, I'm going to take August off. I ummed on about it for ages. I was like, no, I'm going to do it. And I'd written like a list and I was going to pre-film loads of stuff. And I just, because of the way the paychecks line up, I'm not going to have the cash to do the cash stuffing. It's just going to be too chaotic, as well as like balancing work and wedding and all that good stuff. So I do apologise, but I also am not sorry, because I have been recording videos and had a video come out more or less every week for the past few years. And I'm really proud of that fact, but my wedding takes slight priority in August, and keeping sane also takes slight priority in August. So I hope that's okay with everyone, and if not, tough. So yeah, I will try and be around watching people's videos and commenting on people's videos. It's just work goes through periods of just being kind of quiet, and I don't think I appreciate the quiet times enough. Usually I'm kind of like just trying to recover from the busy times, and I have to get into a good routine of appreciating the quiet times so that I can better focus on the busy times. Anyway. So, today we're going to be cash stuffing week 4 of June. We're going to be cash stuffing £120 in a mixture of placeholders and cash. So let's count this up. So we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 95, 105, 110, and then we've got £10 in coins. So how is everyone doing? We've had a pretty miserable week. We've had some great thunderstorms. I'm really disappointed. One of the days I was in work this week, my partner messaged me saying like we had a thunderstorm like right over the flat, and it was just like incredible. And I was like, yeah, I miss that. I quite like thunderstorms. I think they're really cool. We do often sometimes stand out on the balcony when there's thunderstorms nearby and like watch the lightning. But yeah, that's just me. First, before I forget, we're going to do the minis, because I forgot last week, which was terrible. So this is my mini binder. So these are small challenges, small denomination challenges, mostly made up of freebies from other people's shops and my own shop. And then I designed some minis as well, which you can get for free on my Ko-fi shop. The money comes from any side hustle that is less than £5. I put it into a pot. It's now moved to Monzo because I have too many pots on Zopa. So it's now in a pot on Monzo. And then also I round up all my own spending. So not the spending I spent with my partner, but my own spending to the nearest £5. Record it as the rounded up amount. So if I spent £1 on something, I record it as £5, put the £4 in that pot. And it's just a great little way of seeing like that one small habit just build and build and build, and good to see the savings. You could do it rounding up to the nearest pound and put in like the change. I think some banks now do that as well. If you spend on your thing, then you can. We mostly spend on our credit card, so I just manually round up the amount. We also pay off our credit card at the end of the month. My little trick is that, this is not financial advice, is that as soon as I make a purchase on the credit card, I move the money into the account the credit card gets paid from, and that just means that I'm never worried about where the credit card bill and where the money is coming from. It's already moved into the credit card account. And if it is my own spending, then obviously I move the extra amount into the Monzo pot. That probably sounds like a lot of effort, but I think it's such a great way for me personally, again not financial advice, for me to feel comfortable using a credit card and also saving as well. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway. So we're going to roll a 6-sided dice. Whatever it lands on is whatever challenge we put money into. Challenge 2, we're here. Oh, I think we're getting so close to finishing challenge 2. So this is my spring challenge. This is a freebie you get if you order challenges from me in spring, and it's the first time you've ordered from my shop. You get a physical little challenge. So that's 3. And it is laminated, so you can reuse it, and it saves a total of £30. It's so tempting to finish off that challenge, but I'm going to try and be good. We'll see. But yeah, 3. So 3 is you fill my heart with colour. This was a freebie from Rainbow Budgets Plans. I laminate a lot of the freebies that I get. I think there was one I forgot to laminate and we started doing it. So that I can reuse them. I think it's a great little thing to do. You kind of get the bonus challenges. So £1 is going to go into Fill My Heart with Colour. Yep, just knock down all the coins. Just making sure that like my binders are in the camera lens. I've got this awful habit of like pulling the binders down to like be closer to me, but they should be here, and then you can see what's going on. Let's sit that up before the coins come out. 4. Oh, magic. Challenge 4 is my summer challenge. So if you order a challenge from me in the summer, you get one of these laminated challenges. Again, we're really close to finishing this one. Oh, do I try and finish these two? Ah, it's tempting. It's tempting. Let's put the challenge back. That'd be useful. You can get these challenges for free as a digital download on my Kovo shop. I keep mentioning it all the time, but I'm a big believer at like, you can spend so much money on so many gorgeous challenges because so many creators have absolutely stunning challenges, and this is a habit that I've had to break, is not like feeling like you have to order absolutely everything from everyone. I really want to support, you know, fellow creators. I do that by kind of following and stuff like that, but I'd love to buy everything, but I just cannot afford it or justify it at the moment. We've got some big purchases, mainly our wedding, and then you know, we're really looking into saving for our first home. That'd be really nice. So I reuse a lot of my challenges, but also I wanted to create a resource that you could go and you could basically access some challenges for free. So I have a lot of different challenges. What I'm trying to do is this year is have like a new challenge come out every month. So there is at least 12 challenges there. There's my annual challenge, which I redo the dashboard for 2027. There's a little freebie. So there's just a resource you can access for free. The only thing I ask in return is that you know, please give me a follow here on, mainly here on YouTube. I'm not that active on Instagram at the moment. My Instagram is going to go through a big revamp post-wedding. I am kind of, spoiler alert, people, I don't know if people care. Spoiler alert is that I'm going to change it to more of a like finance and planning and a little bit of lifestyle content. I've really lost my way with my Instagram. I used to share a lot of like goals and stuff like that, and then I switched it to mainly being an advertisement for the shop. And I just don't like that. I do have an Etsy shop, but I just feel like really weird basically posting about like things in the shop and, you know, please buy my stuff, but also please don't buy my stuff if you can't afford to do it. That's why I kind of am focusing more on the free resources. If you do like my stuff and you can afford to do it and you want to buy it, please do. But I never want people to feel forced to buy stuff from my Etsy. My Etsy is like a hobby for me. It pays for itself basically, and it's very self-sufficient, and I really enjoy designing stuff for the Etsy and for the Ko-Fi as well. But I never want people to feel like they have to buy something from me because I've said or you've seen it or whatever. I'd rather you save that money, whether you put it into challenges or an emergency fund or something, or spend it, you know, on the important things. That's really what I'm trying to get at with all of the stuff that I'm doing. So my Instagram is going to go through a revamp. I have zero energy to do the revamp before the wedding. I have some ideas already kind of written down of kind of what I want to do. So yeah, basically that was just a way of saying I'd rather you subscribe to the YouTube where you're going to get like regular content, unless it's August, than the Instagram, which is going to go through a big revamp, but you're not going to get any content on there for a while. Hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It's one of those videos where we just go on a massive long tangent. Challenge 4. We're gonna finish challenge 4. Okay. So challenge 4 is done. No, challenge 4 is not done. No. Well, I got too excited about it, so I'm actually gonna finish it. Challenge 4 is done. So that saves a total of £30. We will move that in the cash condensing. Will we? No, we won't move that in the cash condensing. We will do that in a minute. That's just challenge 5. Challenge 5 is my winter savings challenge. As you can see, there's a bit of a theme going on in this in the binder today. So we've got to. Oh, I'm going to cheat. We're going to put £1 into this challenge, and if I've got the maths correctly, I'm going to put £1 into the spring challenge and finish that one as well. Yes, and we are finishing the spring challenge. The only thing I don't like about the nails is you can't get a good grip or anything, and you can't get a good scratch on anything. That is my big downside, but I love my nails. I have not bitten my nails, and I've not picked the skin around my nails for the first time in like, I don't know when I started. I started very, very young doing all that, and I feel so good. So I am trying to justify it. I've talked to my partner. I say partner, not fiance. I find fiance is just a weird word. But I've talked to my partner, future husband. Husband is a better word, but I don't want to say husband until we're married. About it and trying to justify it, and they said I could. We can because of the benefits of it. We'll just see where we are after the wedding, whether I want to do it or not. But yeah, it's not cheap to do, but for me, I see the benefits of it. I don't get a lot done. I get my eyebrows done, I get now my nails done, and I get my hair cut once a year, so I can kind of sort of justify it. Yeah, we'll see. Right, that's the mini's done. I'm looking at the timing on the mic and the audio recording. We're 16 minutes in and we haven't really started cash stuffing. So we're going to go into my everyday binder because we have some leftover money from last week. This is leftover personal spending money. So what I've decided to do with the leftover personal spending money is so this 2026 challenge, I was vaguely aware that it had some like bonus scratch offs. So I was thinking, do I do another challenge? No. We're going to do the bonus scratch offs with the rollover money, leftover money from personal spending. I have scratched off all of the bonus stickers. So if you don't want to be spoiled by that, please just look away now. So the bonus icons are here. There are some really spicy ones, but that's okay. We're going to put in 10. So I'm actually going to cross off that 10. And I'm going to cross these ones off because then I know which ones I've done. Whereas when I'm doing them sort of weekly, I scratch off as we go. So it's a surprise to me what we do. So I'm going to put 10 into the 2026 challenge. So that is very exciting. But yeah, I think that's the way we'll do it. We'll try and do the bonus things. I was going to do another challenge, but there's no point adding another new challenge if we also are gonna not finish this every week. So we've got some very mixed amounts. We might not be able to do all of them an entire thing in one day, but that's fine. We will just work around it. So back into the personal spending binder. We at the moment this month I'm assigning myself £20 a week for personal spending, but we play a challenge. We play the scratch off challenge from Helen the Housewife's Budget. So you scratch this off for every Monday, and I don't know the amounts. Whatever is there is whatever we put in. We round it up to £10. Oh no, we round it up to £5. Round it up to £10, and that's going to get a bit spicy. And bonus, I remembered my little desk hoover. If I can find the arm button. Whoa, so £5 is going to go into the challenge, and I've got £15 for personal spending money this week. That's insane. What I might do is put the 10 in, take the 5s out. No, I'll just keep the 5s in there because the next video will be a cash condensing. So that's very exciting. £15 in personal spending this week. Yeah, and I'm not going to want to spend it. I have things I could spend it on, but because it's cash and because I want to do more savings challenges, I want to save it. But if I didn't have it, I would spend money. It's a weird little psychology thing that happens to work for me. Right. So the next binder we're going to go into is my annuals binder. So this is for things like annual bills, car annuals, all that good stuff. So annual bills, this is our joint annual bill. So things that me and my partner split. We split our annual bills 50-50. So things like not council tax, we pay that monthly. TV license, contents insurance, water, our Lou subscription, which I know is a bit bougie, but yeah, all that good stuff. Car annuals is getting 15 today. So did I mention in the last video? Oh, we didn't count how much was in that. Hold on. So in annual bills, we've got 550, 70, 80, 90, 600. So I realised on my spreadsheet, there's been a lot of issues with the spreadsheet apparently recently. that I had not recorded car tax when it was paid out. So when I thought that our car annuals had reduced massively, they had in fact not. I just forgot that car tax was a thing. So July we're going to make up for it. So there will be more money going into car annuals in July, and then in August, which you won't see the video for, but like in September, it will come back to the amount it should be. So 50, 70, 80, 110, 20, 35 in car annuals. And then personal annuals, so this is stuff that I don't split with my partner. This is my own subscriptions that I pay annually. It's going to get 10. So in that has 10, 20, 30, 45. Very exciting. And that is it for the annuals binder. The next binder we're going to go into is my variable sinking funds binder. So this is split into high priority and low priority. I try and put stuff into high priority every month. I do have like a minimum amount I want in each of the envelopes. If it goes below that, we top it up. There is a new envelope in this. I can't remember if we discussed it, but when we get to it, we'll talk about it. So health is going to get £10. Gifts is going to get £5. No, we didn't talk about what was in health. So health has got 20, 30, 40, 50. I try and keep 50 in health. Well, I try and keep 50 actually in most of these envelopes. Gifts has got 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. It is my parents' and my partner's birthdays in a couple of weeks, and they're all within weeks of each other. So there's no big milestone birthdays this year, which is good, but yeah, it's yeah, we're doing the right thing. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. But I want to get them something nice. Self-care is going to get £10. So I spent all my self-care money on my nails. Very, very exciting. I love them. It was my first infill, and like they'd grown out and I didn't really think much of it, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to do it because it doesn't look great. And then she did the infill on them. The nails are longer. These are probably the longest my nails have ever been. They've been shaped. Everything's, been tidied up, and they just look good. They are obviously growing out, but I feel more confident and everything. So yeah, anyway, so self-care is 15. Coffee's not getting stuffed this month, but it will be stuffed from next month onwards. So we massively reduced our grocery budget, and it's worked fine. So we make coffee at home. We have a coffee machine, we have a grinder, and we buy coffee beans. Now we buy coffee beans from a very specific place, and we've been doing so for years. We have tried alternative coffee beans and we do not like them. These coffee beans are a little bit more expensive, but they are sourced well, and I know exactly where they come from and the people that, yeah. Anyway, the problem is, so we buy this coffee 3 or 4 bags at a time. We don't buy it every month or anything, so we buy it 3 or 4 bags at a time every few months. So rather unexpectedly this month, when we get most of the way through the last bag, when we open the last bag, then we order more coffee. And I kind of wasn't anticipating how quickly the coffee would deplete. So we had to, we bought coffee this month. When we buy coffee, obviously it's an expense, and usually it's taken out of groceries. It is fine. Because we now have this reduced grocery budget, it is no longer fine. So, and to top that off, I forgot it was a 5-week month. So, and it's summer, so we're buying a lot more fruit and stuff like that. I don't know how it adds up so quickly, but it does. So we are going to start each of us are going to put £5 a month into this coffee envelope. So it's not like a massive shock when we need to buy coffee and the money's there. That's why that coffee envelope is there. It is a high priority sinking fund for us. You might disagree, okay? You're more than welcome to disagree. If we had zero income, then maybe we'd think about not having this envelope. But for us, it's a high priority thing because I drink coffee every day. We make our coffee at home. So even with buying slightly more expensive beans, the cost per use or the cost of a cup of coffee, I actually need to work it out because anyway, the cost per use is really small for us get coffee. I think a couple of weeks ago I was buying coffee at work and it was like £3.40, £3, you know, £4 for like a little flat white, and I was like, yeah, this is not good. I make a coffee every day at home and I drink it at home. And yeah, so for me that is a high protein sinking fund. I like my coffee beans. I like where I get my coffee beans. I know they're well sourced and all that kind of stuff, and they taste good, which is also why I get them. So for me and my partner, that's a justified expense. It's always been a justified expense in our budget. I just forgot about it, basically. So that is why that is there. We will be starting it next month. Just me going on a massive rant about coffee and why coffee is important. We both drink coffee every day, and because my partner is now working from home a lot more, he's also drinking a lot of coffee at home. So that's probably why it went so quickly. But anyway, yeah, that is it for that binder. Next is, we're going back to savings challenges. Okay, so we're going to put £5 into Fiver Friday. Obviously there was no income, we wouldn't spend that much on coffee, but we have emergency funds and all that kind of stuff where that coffee is budgeted into the emergency fund. I don't know, it's a bit weird, but like we've been using this coffee place for 6 or 7 years. It's the best. It's just the best. And you might think differently, but coffee is really important to me. But I only drink one a day because otherwise it gets dangerous. So if I don't know why we're counting Fiver Friday, we don't count challenges. I'm getting too distracted by coffee. Next one we do is Rainbow Flip. So this is a fairly new challenge in the binders. We finished Rainbow Monthly Roll Colour and Save by Rainbow Budgets and Plans. We are now doing Rainbow Flip. So I think the coin is in here somewhere. Yep, I can't flip coins. I'm going to shake the coin. That's what I'm going to do. Our first bow. Very, very exciting. So £10 is going to go into Rainbow Flip. I've gone really quiet now after going on my coffee rant. I don't know why. And then finally we are going to go into my 2026 annual savings challenge. So as I mention every week and mention in the video, you can get this challenge for free on my Ko-fi shop. It's an annual challenge, so it's split into months. Different amounts to save a total of £500 in total. There's a dashboard as well. I will change the dashboard to a 2027 challenge when I get a chance. I'm also multitasking this video. I don't think I've said this. So I've got laundry on. I'm also wearing my wedding shoes because I need to learn how to walk properly in stilettos, basically. I don't wear stilettos every day. I tend to wear trainers, or like flatter shoes. So I'm getting used to walking in stilettos, which is fun. But they're really nice. They are my something borrowed, so I've borrowed them from my auntie. She was very kind to offer them. So I hope I'm quite excited by them. I actually really love them. But I just need to get used to walking in them. So we're working on August. Probably should have said that. We may finish this before the end of the year. That is fine. The only ones that we're taking our time with are the 2026 challenge and Fiver Friday. Right, before I also forget, because I keep forgetting, we're going to reallocate challenge 2 and let's get all the challenge, whatever some more was in. I will forget challenge 4, and I will exchange those coins for placeholders. I kind of want to do them again. I quite like them. They're quite like fun little challenges. So let's get the coin exchange. This is very much inspired from Rainbow Budgets and Plans. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I'm just going to take a 10 out. It's all going into the same place. I have a 10. Do I have a nice 10? No, I have a weird like bright yellow 10. Okay, that's fine. So we should have £60 here. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. £60 going into Save the Year. So this is my save 20 by 26. So save £20 26 times. So we've got £70 in here so far. So let me just get that right. So that's 10. 20. I am really hesitant that we're going to finish this. So like my other option was to put rollover money into this, but I'm going to prioritise trying to finish the 2026 challenge, like the Helen at the Housewives budget one, over this one. When we've done that, I think we will put money into this. So I think the idea is that I have kind of priority challenges, which is the 2026 challenge, Fiver Friday, and the binder. So this is the 2026 annual savings challenge binder. We should, by my calculation, finish that early. So any money that I would allocate into that challenge can go into the Save the Year challenge, I think is my idea. Fiver Friday, we're now on track to finish, and yeah, it's this 2026 challenge. We need to start going through the bonuses. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 more bonuses that we need to do. And there are some chunky bonuses on there. So like that add around to 20, that add around to 20, that's going to 15, 15, 15. So you know what I mean when I get excited about like the rollover, like the person spending money is 15, and I'm immediately going, yeah, if we try not to spend that this week, because we can knock off one of the higher amounts on this as well. That's basically like my thinking about this and the way I prioritised it. So we are doing like fewer challenges. I guess the minis are great because you can kind of mix and match and do lots with the minis, and that's kind of why it's there to get that like kind of quick, easy wins. Rainbow Flip we should also complete. If we complete Rainbow Flip before the end of the year, so I'm only doing this weekly, and we haven't finished Save the Year, we will focus on Save the Year, I think. I would like to get all of the challenges completed, but we are over halfway through the year. This should be completed. This is definitely going to be completed. This is definitely going to be completed. It's this one that I'm concerned about, and this one I'm concerned about. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. I hope you all have a lovely lovely week. I think it's when I'm recording this a week prior, it's definitely going to get warmer and sunnier. I hope it starts to feel a bit more like summer. But yeah, I hope you will take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and I'll see you next week for the cash condensing and count up for June. Oh my god, we're almost there. We're halfway through. Very exciting. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.